Who's coming? Who's coming? Save the door on the big night. Save my child. Mother, come out and have a look. Mother, mother, come out and have a look. Before the 8 immortals offered to the hall, the evil shattered net rushed to commit it, and it seemed that he didn't take my wife seriously. Please, save the baby in my womb. Are you looking for someone to deliver the baby? My mother can only exorcise evil spirits, not deliver babies. You have to find the daughter-in-law of the Zhang family in the east of the village, and I will take you there. Sanwa stopped. She was a dead man. Big night. Don't be scared. Longpa, are you sure? My wife, my name is Longpa, but I'm not a dragon. You can't go wrong. I'm not dead. I'm really not dead. Please hurry up and save the baby in my womb. Evil animals. Don't be ignorant. If you don't leave, don't blame the old woman for being polite. A murderous fetus. What kind of vicious person would use this technique? What do you mean? The child in his belly was put in. 3 babies. Go get a basin of water to deliver the baby. Mother, but he already has. If he had a difficult birth, the mother and child would become a terrible ghost. The village will suffer. Just go. Is the body of Jeans born? Not good. This thing is a big culprit. His mother was born cloudy. Because of the death of his mother. Out. White ghost laughs. Live and cry. There must be a white ghost coming to steal this genetic body tonight. What are you afraid of? Could it be that these evil spirits are as fierce as the little devils of the past? I'm here to help you keep these evil cults at bay. Yes, you avoid it. Old Manly stayed with me. Here comes Old Manly. Machetes. The 2 little ghosts also dared to come to the old woman to get a piece of the pie. Daughter-in-law, how I feel like a lot of people are calling me. Don't be afraid. I eat the offerings of Longpa all year round. I'm here to help you. Longpa, why are so many people coming to our side? Old Litu, it's not people who come. The old woman fought with you brutes. Please put the 8th master on his body. I'm tired of the 8th master. The capacity of this line is limited. If the evil spirits that come are too fierce, I'm going to slip away. You old woman can't complain. The ants are old. The ants are old. You're almost getting to fruition. Why do you want to come out and do such a thing that is detrimental to immorality? Don't be afraid. Grandma, I'm just here to take a look. Won't kill. But if you can't stop these little cubs. Grandma, I don't mind robbing the auspicious factor. Mother, help. Something dirty came into the house. I'll give you your stuff. I'm not like some people. It has been worshipped by people for decades. I always want to run at critical moments. It's up to you. Besides, isn't this immortal still running away? Factor out of the white ghost robbery. You won't survive tonight. The immortal family didn't do anything to bully you. When you come to Hades, you can't sue me. The 8th child of the Long family, and the kid with his head. You can come to Grandma's side. For the sake of the eldest of the elder family. Grandma, I'll keep you safe. Little 8 thanks Grandma. Grandma's kind heart. I said it. I've made this place my home for a long time. Even if the soul is gone, it must be saved. You're killing yourself. Grandma is not easy to stop. It's a pity that you've been practicing for so many years. Longpa, is it an earthquake? It's snowing. Snow. It's not good to walk quickly. It's too late. The shredded shoes were frozen in the snow. Oni are not afraid of snow. Another big guy has come down from the ground. Even the ant grandmother fled in a hurry. I'm afraid that there will only be swallowed up here tonight. Oni are not afraid of snow. There's another big guy down underground. The legend is true. Snow is coming. It won't be so unlucky. This snow lion floated next to me. Is this Ginkgo? Put these earrings on him. What's going on? That's it. Mother, that dirty stuff won't come back. No, it won't. It's about to dawn. No matter how fierce the guy is, he doesn't dare to show up in the daytime. Save me. Let's go back to the Bay Terrace the Thaw first. The eldest eighth master. That legend is true. I didn't believe it before. Now the blood poems are out. Of course it's true. But why did he only take the female poems? Didn't catch Jingzi. Also left with an earring. Longpa, what are the legends you were talking about? What is blood poetry? It's a long story. Now we need to think about it first. What should I do if the dirty things come back tomorrow night to snatch the child? Mother, the dirty stuff will come back tomorrow night. Not just tomorrow night. Dirty stuff comes every day. Open and close the gates of heaven. If you want to have a stable soul, you have to wait for the child to be able to speak. Also a year or two. According to tonight's scenario, we couldn't rush through for a day or two. If you want to get dirty, you can't find the child. There is only one way. Give him a skin. Shut down all spiritual cults completely. But that's it. It is also equivalent to cutting off his path of cultivation in the future. It's better than being remembered by dirty stuff every day. What's more, we can't guarantee it. Snow lions will also come to help. It's not easy for us to change the skin of our children. At least there must be a 1,000-year-old comprehension of Taoism. Leave that to me. You've become to skin snakes. Always run away when it matters. Unreliable. Don't believe me. I don't dare to say anything else, but there are a lot of relics left behind. I'll pick it up now. Longpa, now the skin is there. What else is needed? And rosin. Ordinary rosin is not good. I want the old pine on the top of the East Mountain. Matsulao, the little girl has come to see you. I came to worship you for the first time. It was 40 years ago. That time it wasn't you who shot. I'm getting dirty. It's a good day. It's going by so fast. I'm old in a blink of an eye. You're still the same. Nothing has changed. In a few more years, I just want to see you old. I'm afraid I didn't climb the mountain immediately. Come this time. I want to ask you for some rosin. Save the poor child. Granny Long finished speaking, and there was a murderer in the tree. Isn't it fierce? It's also fierce. If it weren't for the sudden appearance of the snow corpse, you won't see me anymore. Granny Long finished speaking, easily dropped on the meaning of a section, and a few drops of golden pine oil flowed out. Or do you love my little girl? With your old 10,000-year-old pine, those lonely ghosts don't dare to bully me anymore. Wait for a while. I'll see you again. In a few years, I won't be able to walk. Let my 3 babies and this child be filial to you. Back home. So Longpa planted the branches of the pine old tree in the yard. And you didn't dare to come to dinner in person. Longpa actually invited all his old people back. Terrible. Terrible. And the jade pendant left by Jinzi's mother is carved with a lingji on the front. There are 4 small characters underneath erasure. The arc is fleeting. The back of the jade pendant is engraved with a large sliding word. It seems that the child's life experience is not simple. This jade pendant can be changed to a suite in the city. Simple words. Nor will anyone harm their family with a murderous fetus. The child is too involved. Something about him. Or don't tell outsiders. I'll just say I picked it up when I was fighting. This child should be surnamed Hua. There are so many disasters before I was born. Let's call him Huaju Difficult. Under the careful protection of the 2 old men, babies grow up slowly. After absorbing a leg, there is also a ball dragon left on the body. Tattoo coiled on a relaxed. Besides, every year on July 15th, it is a difficult birthday. In the early hours of that morning, Snow Lion and his mother would visit him from the top of the mountain. Huaju was 5 years old. Things are getting weird again. This year, the whole small mountain village suddenly erupted. Many elderly people have even died as a result. The 3rd brother Wang, who had always been strong, also fell ill. 3 babies. You can't be as ruthless as your 2 older brothers. Leave my old woman alone. Gone on their own. Little 9, what do you do with these in your hands? Treat the 3rd uncle. The 3rd uncle is okay. Can take me to catch toads. Uncle Lee will be skeptical. 5-year-olds know how to heal. Uncle Lee who fights the prey of the knife. I also went home with a hard time getting drunk. Halfway through, Uncle Lee showed the herbs to the doctor in the town. The doctor was shocked. So man, that's what you stepped on. Uncle Lee in order not to report the life of a little guy. I can only admit it head on. I just don't know if these medicines are useful for the plague. Useful? Of course it works. Why didn't I think of using small chai-hu soup? Chai-hu, yellow celery, grass fruit, licorice, banksia, zhangjiang. This is the main thing of the small chai tiger soup. Otherly, your medical skills are much better than mine. The villagers took the decoction. Sure enough, it got better. The little 9 difficulties are really extraordinary. Such a small saving saved the whole village. Isn't it? I didn't see anyone teaching him. Could it be that this ability was brought by the mother's womb? Grandmother. Today I saw a sister laughing in the well. Is it dirty? Xiaoju, in which well did you see it? Talk to Grandma. In the well in front of the 4th family. That sister flew out. I'm afraid of licking his neck on the 3rd uncle's back. The groove. Mother. Today, I did take Xiaoju to lick the 4th family. I said how to get in after the door. It's always a chill. Xiaoju, take a look again. It's still on my back. I have already flown back into the well. No way. The old woman can't rest assured. Gotta check it out. A lonely ghost. The old woman can still deal with it. There is no energy. I didn't see anything dirty. It should be that the child is wrong. A month passed in the blink of an eye. Wang's 3rd daughter-in-law is finally about to give birth. 3. Don't worry. After a while, the child came out. The baby had a difficult birth. Hurry up and find the car. Sent to the hospital. What? I'm going to see the ox cart. Daughter-in-law, you hold on. Grandparents. I have a way to open a stock split. Lil 9, what do you mean by opening shares? Angelica a tale. Brother 5 years ago. Return to the board 8 front. Bloody fish in a ball of burnt ashes. Add 4 tails of yellow flags. Frying charms. Drinking the medicine money first killed my mother. Give the 3rd sister-in-law tablet. Definitely. The king of meals is a 1,000-year-old meal. It's hard to turn into alcohol at the time of the 50th birthday. Snow Lion gave it to her. Congratulations. The child was born without incident. There is Lao Zhang's sister-in-law. A little heart. You take it. Mother. You've helped me a lot, too. I'm also a little tired. I'll go back first. It was on the way home for sister-in-law Zhang. He threw the fetus into the dry well. The wine is great. There is no white bucket noodles. Will I take you to catch the river tomorrow? Sister, what are you doing? Don't come in and play for a while. Little 9. Who are you talking to? It's the sister I saw before. She's outside our house. Wait for Uncle Lee. After the 2 of them chased after the door. But I didn't see anything. He actually ran to my hall 3 times and twice. Gotta teach her a lesson. The mortals from all walks of life. Today, the evil year is ordinary, and he came to the tribute hall to make trouble. Please return to the immortal family of the underground hall to manifest the spirit. Help the disciples check the dirty things and expose the trees. 3. Contracts. Iron coffin. Blackwater is 300. Individuals sweep the snow in front of their own doors. Repair other people's tiles on the frost. The iron coffins are all out. Repair other people's tiles on the frost. Even the immortals advised me not to meddle in my affairs. That's how it can be good. It's dawn. Longpo whispered the matter. What was that? Let's go see the excitement. The 4 major knights at the south entrance of the village smashed the well. Machines were also brought from the town wells. That's the boss of the machine. Not good. Finished. It's really a triple soil. What is the Sanha soil of Longpo? Triad soil is made of lime, clay. The sand and black dog shoes are stirred together. Shake the evil for the evil spirit. Iron coffin. How I've never heard of it. Iron is a dead thing. Yin and yang are not connected. Buried in an iron coffin. It's like throwing people into an iron pot and stewing. Go to them tomorrow. They must not be allowed to dig again. Dead. It's coming. Dead. Oh no, something happened. Hurry up and let go. Let them see what's going on. Who found out first? Tell me what's going on. Dragon, 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 dragon. I don't know what's going on. Open the door in the morning. Xiao Xiao is already like this. Hey, the dirty stuff is out. That's a good way to do it. I can't hide it. Call police first. Then report to the town leaders. In addition, I see this. Don't move anything. Brandy Dragon. Something dirty came out of the village. You're in charge of it. Yes, yes. You tell us what to do. Old Flash. You have to be merciful and think of a way anyway. Otherwise, my family would not have survived. From tonight, no one was allowed to go out after 8 o'clock in the evening. This is especially the bump lad, the daughter-in-law of the Zhang family. You go and inform everybody. They will come to my house for a while to receive incense ashes. Wrap the ashes in a cloth. Wear it with you. Mother-in-law, don't worry. I'll go. Put all the black dogs, the roosters are all killed. Sprinkle the blood in front of and behind your house. Who doesn't have a black dog rooster? Just go to someone else's house and ask for it. Be sure to help each other at this time. You can't just look at yourself. Do it all. When she returned, she knelt down in front of the old pine tree. Pine old compassion. Help us. If you don't help me, tomorrow there will be 300 people in the village who will not know how many will survive. White Ghost Night Walk. Fong Yuan White Ghost Line. Creeper out. Just because I was born as a musician. It's the mystery of gene. Fortunately, Grandma is a spring horse and a landhead. Suppress some blood for the time being. Someone called the police and said there was a dead person here. What are you doing? What a hell of a life. Also, homosexuals. Can the old man talk to you alone? Alright, old man, let's go to the house and talk. Old comrade, you have religious beliefs. I have no objection, but please don't say that in front of me. You were also discharged from the army. In 79 years, he did not participate in the fierce war against Vietnam. Old gentleman, I didn't go to that war. However, I heard other comrades in arms talk about the situation at that time. Comrade Xiao Zhou, look at this. Order of August. Medal of Independence and Freedom. Order of Liberation. Hello, old general. What an old general. It's all in the past. If it hadn't happened, I'm afraid you won't believe me. The old man won't show you that either. You can't let anyone know about it. Remember not. Report to the old general. Zhou Limin remembered. Old comrade, let's not be afraid to go into battle and kill the enemy. We have no experience dealing with dirty things. From now on, we are at your command. Well, so it can be called. You've had a long time, just to dig up such a thing. Could it be that the murderer is hiding inside? Help me, ghosts. I saw that 1 meter of the coffin was black water. Lying was a naked female corpse. Immortal poems. He was tortured so badly before he was born. No wonder they want to hurt people when they just come out. This kind of inhumane thing has also been done. Be sure to check it out. Let's get to the bottom of this. Justice is also given to the deceased. She's back. I'm back and asking for my life. Fourth. Say whatever you know. It's back. She's back. When people's lives are at stake, don't hide them. The whole thing happened 100 years ago. At that time, Lao Tian's family was a well-known family for hundreds of miles. Female corpse in an iron coffin. According to the generation, it is the third grandmother of Tian Laozi. Born in the troop. People are beautiful, but I just don't follow my father's guidance. After marrying Tian Laozi's grandfather, hooking up with a child of light illusion. And according to the ancestors, he hooked up with more than that. Tian Laozi's grandfather scratched the woman's face, cut off his facial features, nailed alive in an iron coffin. Uncle Li, Granny Long, Director Zhou, several comrades. Don't tell anyone about it. Otherwise, my political future will be ruined. Who likes to talk about the things in your house? Now the key question is how we deal with the dirty. Yeah, Uncle Li, you're right. You have to clean up the dirty things first. Otherwise, our family won't want to live. The key now is to burn the body first. Now there is a fan of gold and silver. The dirty thing didn't know we dug it up. Otherwise, it will be a big trouble when it gets dark. Old woman, what's the trouble after dark? The corpses are one. At that time, the old woman couldn't deal with her. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Listen to the old woman. Hurry up and burn the corpse. Under the blazing flames, the lady was burned to ashes little by little. 11th hour. Suddenly, there was 7 miles of grass all around. You're all going to die. After dark, you're all going to die. I know he's fierce. I didn't expect it to be like this. In broad daylight, it can happen dangerously. Fortunately, the dates were found. Burn his shredded meat. What do we do next? Tell me. Dirty things hate the Lao Tian family the most. Tonight will come to plague them. Let's wait for him at Lao Tian's house. Good. You're all staying at my house tonight. Granny Long first returned home. It is customary to pay tribute to each hall with incense. The old woman still can't rest assured that the elders in the village. I decided to fight with the devil. If tonight I die at the hands of that beast, please read The Immortal Family in the Decades of Love. Keep my family safe. Long Pu finished speaking. A moment later, a word slowly appeared on the shore. Thank you very much. After speaking, Longpu told Wang San to take care of his home. Good boy. In case Grandma doesn't come back, listen to your third uncle obediently. Grandma doesn't sleep at home tonight. I'd be scared alone. Xiao Jiu is obedient. Afraid. Manly husband. Sleep on your own in the morning and evening. Matsu Lao. The home is in your hands. Granny Long held back tears. It's hard to go out after letting go of the wine. Granny Long just turned to leave. A pine needle fell silently. Insert the base of the dragon's gray hair. Third uncle, what's wrong with you? Is it a stomachache? Don't cry. Xiaoju will find you medicine to eat. My mother and Uncle Li went to drink dirty things desperately. I'm afraid I won't be able to come back. If it weren't for the fear that you and my eldest daughter would not be cared for. I also want to drink dirty stuff and fight. While sleeping, it's hard to turn into alcohol, and the third uncle always echoes in his mind. Grandma went to drink dirty things and fight and couldn't come back, and he began to cry. Grandma said it. The eldest brother and uncle who accompanied his mother's grandmother. The fight was terrible. If only he could help. You will definitely be able to defeat the dirty thing in the mouth of the third uncle. Think of this little guy with courage. Sneak out of the house. Go straight to the snowy mountains. After Granny Long returned to Tian Laoxi's house, cotton thread soaked in black dog blood. Fill the entire yard. Attached is the soul net. Chew the soul. Comrade Xiao Zhou. You can't help when the dirt comes. Let's go rest first. Comrade Bao. I dare to do anything. I just don't dare to be a deserter. Here comes the dirty stuff. I just bite with my teeth. Also bite him down on a piece of meat. This guy is also a good helper. Ghosts are afraid of two kinds of people. One is upright. One is murderous. He had both of these breaths. Since Comrade Xiao Zhou has a heart, then stay. Something dirty will come in a moment. You just use this to whip him. Director Zhou was as happy as a recruit who had just been assigned a gun. Don't worry. I haven't learned how to knit it. But there is a body of strength. If the dirt doesn't come, forget it. If you come here, I'll take the lead. At this time, the two young police officers who came with Director Zhou also walked out. Do you still have this kind of whip for the old man? And one for each of us. Dad, I don't want to go out and help. What are you doing out there? Idle sick contestants. Always stay in the house. The dirt is coming out. Be careful. Comrade Xiao Zhou. When a lifetime is poor, I didn't expect to catch ghosts one day. Elderly, as long as the threat is on common people, whether it's a person or a ghost, I'll catch it. You deserve to die. You are all going to die. Why did he come in? Do we want to chase? No need to chase. This kind of thing has a lot of resentment. The first to retaliate must be the descendants of the Lao Tian family. It's good that we're staying here. A moment later, I saw the female ghost following the Zhao cadre of the clothing department. Cadre Zhao is obviously not dead. A satisfied smile on his face. Brute, you dare to hurt people. You can't see death without help. We chase. Help. He's dead. Inside the prison. With black dog blood. Animals die. Comrade Xiao Zhou. Dirty stuff is behind you. Inside the prison. Longpa, find a way to save people. Brute. If you don't come out again, the old woman desperately didn't want her life. And slash you to death with a thunderbolt of blood. Hack me to death. Don't let this person live. Failure to keep the path of Republic. Smelly and shameless stuff. The old woman must accept you today. Please have the 8th master. We're not saying it's okay to be idle. What else do you old woman ask me to do? Something that crawled out of the iron coffin. And can't afford to provoke first. For the sake of decades of friendship. I'll run with you. 8th master. Disciple doesn't need you to fight with dirty things. As long as you can push open the iron coffin. Just let the people inside come out. The stuff inside is fierce. Why are we provoking him? Follow me. This shredded beast has already been burned by the disciples. Today, more than half of the Tao has been abolished. As long as you are old, the people inside will come out. The old woman asked her to pee on you. Establish a longevity ranking. Woman, you have to talk and count. The eldest 8th master. We've been together for decades. When did the disciple deceive you? Case. Today Ben was out of the way. However, I don't wait for the 8th master to make any moves. A female ghost howled from the iron coffin. What's wrong with this brute? What just happened? Dirty stuff before I got in. I took advantage of his lack of attention. Put the black dog's blood and incense ash in your mouth. Wait for him to bite me in the mouth. I spit it all out of his mouth. Comrade Xiaozhou, you didn't suffer, did you? Assurance to the organization. I, Zhou Liming, am still pure. Dead old man. It's not serious yet. Let's run now. After a moment the thing eased in. Vincian was not sure to deal with him. Run. None of you can run. Be careful, everyone. At the same time that Granny Long and several people were in crisis, the 6 small and 9 difficulties have also encountered dangers. The little guy wanted to look for the snow lion at the foot of the snowy mountain. Save yourself, Grandma. But he went wrong. Still heading towards Ant Mountain. And what's worse, at this time, a pack of wolves appeared. Mother, where are you? I'm scared. Just then, 2 puppies suddenly appeared. It was the moment it touched her body, but it was suddenly ejected out. There are no intelligent brutes. Give the immortal family a death point. Thank you, Grandma, for saving me. Grandma Ant was stunned when she looked at the well-behaved painting. The outstretched ghost hand hesitated. Let's get back again. That's it. Now Jingzi has changed her skin. Even if she hurts, it won't help me much. Again. The man behind this little guy. Whether it's an old pine or a snow corpse. I can't afford to offend Grandma. Let's make a good connection. Ha. Good boy. What did you call me just now? I just called you Grandma. Grandma Ant looked at the miserable words for a long time. The more I look at it, the more distressed I become. The more I look at it, the more I like it. Child, don't call Grandma. It's called Grandma. I've really wronged you. Longpa, that old lady is really... Not a single child can see well. How can you let yourself run alone in the middle of the night to this wilderness? Grandmother, I'm here to find my mother and my eldest brother. I want them to help Grandma clean up the dirty stuff. Through the paradoxical narration of the difficulty of turning wine, Grandma Ant already roughly understands what happened. Oops. The contents of the iron coffin came out. Also, just rely on the skills of Longpur and the Elder Eight. I really can't deal with her. Let's go. Just because you call me Grandma for life. This favor old lady helps you. Just when Grandma Ant flew to the village with the wine, Uncle Lee is a stunt. Granny Long and Shengba were also transformed by female ghosts in the female gate. Thankfully, the pine needles in the background of the brain glow crisply, stopped the ghost aura of the Qing attack, and Uncle Lee stood up all. I didn't expect the old man Ryoma to live half his life. Didn't die on the battlefield, but he died at the hand of thy brute. Merit and body protection. How can you, an old man, have merit to protect your body? What's going on? Could it be because of this? The female ghost touched the medallion's body and became transparent. It seems as if it could disappear completely at any time. He took the dragon's head and threw it out. I got into it myself. The shoe coffin floated up. Jing ran straight towards the mountains, just as I happened to bump into the ghost screaming from the air. Little Wave Hoof, I've heard you're fierce. Come on. Let Grandma and I take good care of you. Good. You can run away. Grandma Ant spares her life. There's an even more ferocious one. Looks like we're going to die tonight. Aunt Grandma. Your old man came to wander around the village. Why don't you tell the juniors in advance? The younger generations should also be prepared. The eldest family is a little late. What you have to prepare. It's hard to think of taking your other brothers with you. Let's ambush Grandma and me. Grandma, you said this. Where do the younger generations dare to have such thoughts? The old woman is for all the villagers. Thank you, Grandma, for your help. If you let the iron coffin escape, I'm afraid that there will be endless troubles. Don't thank me. If you want to thank this little guy, thank you. If it weren't for her face. Grandma, I'm not uncommon to care about your... Lul9. Longpur is not me talking about you. Such an adult. Even children can't stand it. If it weren't for Grandma, I would have just bumped into it. He was squeezed by the ghost skin. I've always looked down on the faces of ghosts. This time I took the initiative to wake up Grandma Ant. Grandma saved the lives of 9 boys. If you can use it in the future, I could speak. You old man has great merit. Grandma, I can't afford your defeat. If you can afford me. In the future, it would be good for our sister and brother to complement each other. Okay, then I'll call you old sister. Dude, we're going to move around a lot in the future. Okay, it's okay here. I'll go first. It's going to be dawn, and it's not good to be seen by the living. Grandma, you're leaving. I want you to stay at my house for a few days. Haha, This kid is filial piety, Grandma. The more I look at it, the more I like it. Grandma, do you think this is okay? I'll set up a tablet for you at the entrance of the hall. It's not convenient for you to come to see your children later. Long Pu was a little careful. How can Grandma not understand? But don't say it. Besides, she really likes to paint her feet. I want to see her every day. Okay. That's a good idea. Xiaozhou calls you Grandma. Let's be prepared for the same discussion. You can call me my old sister for life. Grandma's title. Don't shout anymore. Old sister. I'll do it when I get back. Guaranteed to take your parody. Make it beautiful. Don't bother. Just burn 3 sticks of incense and just do it. Old girl. In the future, you will report my name. Let's go. Let's go back to. Oh, Director Zhou. It's really good that you're okay. Uncle Li. Old woman. Dirty stuff. Did you take him in? Rest assured. That thing won't come out and hurt people again. Good. It's just wonderful. Later, our old Tian family. Don't be scared anymore. This time it's a big problem. After going back, how to explain to the organization? 2 township cadres died, not to mention. One of them is also the brother-in-law of the township chief. Director Zhou was also very difficult. If it is written in the report, it's caused by dirt. We'll laugh off the big teeth by the copper wall. Someone else will also be sent to reinvestigate. An old brother of mine is in our provincial military district. After you return to the unit, call over. Just say I'll let you find him. It's all about 15 and 10. No need to lie. Naturally, he will help you cover up the past. Also tell him, don't bother me. Just when I died. Director Zhou did as he said after he went back. I didn't expect the old brother in Uncle Li's mouth. It turned out to be the deputy commander of the military district. Since he is still alive, you must take care of Uncle Li secretly. Otherwise, warlord disposal. Who is Uncle Li? Listen to the tone of the deputy commander of the military district. It's like an old man's subordinate. Xiaozhou went to put incense on Grandma Ant after eating. He is your savior. You must be filial in the future. What is the origin of the old sister ant? Why is it so powerful? This sister is amazing. It's a ghost fairy who has practiced for thousands of years. If nothing else, in a few hundred years, we will be able to achieve positive results. So what is the origin of the snow lion? The old sister ant seems to be very taboo about her. That's a long story. Something that has been passed down from the ancestors. It should have happened in the last years of the Han Dynasty. The old sister ant seems to be very taboo about her. That's a long story. Something that has been passed down from the ancestors. It should have happened in the last years of the Han Dynasty. Snow Lion Yuki. 3 meters tall. The power is endless. After the death of a parent, every time he caught a beast, it was like a drizzle of blood. I don't know how to build a house in the winter. Curled up in a cave for the night. The heart of the old overseas Chinese bodhisattva in the mountains. I could not bear to see him suffer, and they adopted him by their side. To repay the favor, the snow lion enters the deep mountains and old forests early every day. When she carries the prey back, looking at the smiles of the old couple of Joff, it's the happiest moment for the snow lion. Of course, her sister Tsuelon was distressed to help her deal with her wounds. It also made her feel warm. However, it was a time of great fun. It didn't last a few years. Wait for Tsuelon to reach the age of marriage. 10 miles and 8 villages came forward to say no. It's like stepping on the threshold of her house. Tsuelon didn't fancy any of them. I want to marry my brother. In this way, you can always be with your parents. Serve the second elder for life. The 2 old men were very happy. They are also worried about their daughters getting married. When they die, they have no one to take care of them. Beard, I ask you, would you like to marry Tsuelon as your wife? Isn't Tsuelon my sister? How can I be my wife again? Tsuelon is only your sister. After all, you have to marry someone else. You won't see him again. If you become your wife, I can stay by your side for the rest of my life. Do your laundry and cook. If I can't see Tsuelon, I can't eat. Can't sleep. I don't want him to be a sister anymore. I want him to be my wife. After the news spread completely, annoyed Hu Ermao, the bully who was worried about Tsuelon. Hu Ermao led a group of people to hunt them down. A fight. The boss of the Hu family saw the blood poem Han Oil. Let them lead him away. I took a few people to stay behind and arrest the overseas Chinese husband's family. Blood poetry kills the man who led him back when he returns. The old couple had already been hacked to death by the boss of the Hu family. Tsuelon was humiliated. Committed suicide by jumping off a cliff. That night, everyone in the mountains heard the snow lion grief. Angry roar. Day 2. The eldest of the Hu family, who lives in the county seat, has a family of 16, painted by the Snow Lion. There are no dead bodies. After revenge, with the help of the villagers, the old Joff's family was buried in the valley. He knelt before the grave. This kneeling is 9 days. 9 days later, the Snow Lion turned into an ice sculpture. Later, there was a general named Su Chu, fight here with troops. Said that Snow Lion was his scholarly brother. Saved his own life. So he went to the table of the Son of Heaven, posthumously named Snow Lion as a brave general. He also erected a monument and built a temple in the mountains. Let people worship day and night. Caring for the people has many hardships. In order to prevent the painting from being bullied, Uncle Lee began to teach the 9 difficulties in Kung Fu. Grandpa won't be around anymore. Whoever is going to bully you, you beat him severely. Grandpa, I remember. It's a pity. After Xiao Ju changed his skin, you can't invite the immortal family into the body. I'm a good guy. He didn't learn. Otherwise, with his physique, even if you can't wash Mrs. Hu-san, please be a family master level immortal. That's a no-brainer. I don't know why. Since Hua Jinan's 5th birthday, blood corpses will no longer appear. Last time we met, he left Hua Jinan many precious medicinal materials. There are even 4,000-year-old spiritual objects among them, and a horned dagger with a flickering cold light. There are 2 bones engraved on it. Zhongheng, the old woman, took the knife with a dot. The immortal family looked at it in a panic. Boy, how many people have to be killed to have such a heavy, evil spirit? 10 years have passed in a blink of an eye. Granny Long is 80 years old, although still full of energy, but the legs and feet are no longer working. She looked at the words with a smile for a long time. It's hard to write summer homework. Suddenly, Granny Long began to go beyond. After a few seconds, a pair of pupils turned an eerie green. Your 3 boys actually dare to hit me with a gun. For your sake. I don't have the same knowledge as him. He fired 2 shots in a row. There is a 3rd shot. He must be taught a lesson today. Go to the West River and get him back. If it's late, he's going to die. Don't blame the immortal family. Rule 9. Grandma just said something. Jinan repeated what Grandma had just said. Not good. Son, help me to the West River. Your 3rd uncle is in trouble. 3rd uncle. Hua Jinan took out the golden needle that his mother left him, skillfully pierced several acupuncture points of Wang San. For the move of the flower 9 difficulties, Granny Long has long been surprised. Mother, I'm in trouble. When I was just hunting, saw a yellow-skinned man drinking water by the river. I fired 2 shots in a row. The yellow skin shakes, the fur is not. Wait for me to fire the 3rd shot. The gun fried the candy. What a yellow skin. That's Wang Xian. If it weren't for his old man's face, he would have seen it in his mother's face. You're long dead. After Hua Zhou helped Wang San to leave, the weasel, who was watching a few people from a distance, suddenly exploded. Suddenly, a red lady ghost appeared behind the weasel. Grandmother, although I woke up the 3rd uncle, but many of the shootings had already fallen into her flesh. If you don't take it out, you'll get infected. We don't have herbal medicine to treat infections in our house. I'll have to go to town and buy some. Child, there are dozens of miles of mountain roads back and forth from the village to the town. You have to go through mass graves. Can you do it alone? Accompany Brother Jinan to go. Granny Long is still worried. Kneel in front of the incense table at home. There are words in the mouth of the night. Child, take this incense ash with you. Don't lose it. Remember when walking at night. No matter what you hear, don't look back. Wait for Hua Jinan and Hua to come back from the town, passing by mass graves. It's late at night. Brother Ju, listen. Someone called us too in the Queen of Heaven. Tiger baby, don't look back. Follow me all the way. It's fine after here. Yes, Brother Ju, have you seen it? There are a lot of people over there. The tiger baby is back. How did a troop appear in the mass grave gang? Wrong. Don't eat it. Let's get back quickly. If it's too late, Grandma will be worried. Little baby, you'd better sit down and watch the play. Villains get in the way. It's miserable. Beard run. These are ghosts. People are most afraid of 3 long and 2 short. The drunken phase is 2 short and 1 long. Children are in danger. The 3rd child went to the village to call people. Let's go to mass graves. Tiger baby, Rule 9, Rule 9. Tiger baby, Rule 9. Tiger baby. Grandma is coming for you. Xiao Jiu, where are you? Wait for Huajinan to wake up again. Little 9. It's already a day later. Grandmother. Mass graves have always been peaceful, although there are a few lonely ghosts roaming. But there was no mess. Why suddenly there are so many dirty things? Funeral nails. It happened one after another. Let Granny Long have a sense of foreboding. On the second day, when I went to the entrance of the hall to offer incense, Long Po was chanting words in her mouth. A group of little bones actually bullied our family. They don't know that this is Grandma, and I'm sitting in the hall. Grandma, I'll settle accounts with them. This they refer to the Huangxian who bullied Wang San and the group of ghosts in the mass grave. Grandma Aunt let Ronghua pour into the body that night and went straight to the mass grave. But when they got there, they didn't see a ghost. Since the little ghost has run away, let's go to the Huang family to be angry. At the same time, the Huangxian family, who had killed the child, was also looking for the murderer. Your Huang family is amazing. Knew that Grandma and my hall dared to bully Wang San. Doesn't this give me face? Grandma Aunt deceives people too much, even if the child hurt Wang San. Since you have shot to kill her, also sucked up the essence and blood of the whole body, do you think my royal family doesn't dare to touch you? What a big breath. No one listens to what the other person says. Straight to the punch. They didn't notice the female ghost in red in the distance. Sister Aunt. Even if it is a lesson for the royal children, it won't kill her. Don't fight. I think things are different. This has nothing to do with your old woman. Wait until we have taught Grandma Aunt a lesson. Nature sends you back. Big sister, you just have to watch the show. Wait until I kill these weasels. Use their meat to replenish our Xiaojiu's body. Bido. I can only ask the 8th master. Oops, for old women. This kind of love trust. Who do you want me to help? I can't afford to offend either of them. The eldest 8th master didn't ask you to help with the fight. Please come here to persuade you. Then I'll give it a try. Get out of the way. Something that loves hands and feet. It's all your fault. That old woman. I can't persuade them. Think of a way. If you go on like this, you're going to die. Lives. Look at these people. What can the immortal family do? Unless anything. You say. Unless you come to my boss. You go. If you continue to fight, something will really happen. You don't have to go. The immortal is coming. How much more chicken-tail, please? It's not easy. The fish ghost hiding from afar, after meeting the elder of the family, disappeared in an instant. A moment later, the female ghost also came to the back of Granny Long's house, greedily staring at the shadow of Wang's third daughter on the window. And when Granny Long returned home, it was almost dawn. In the middle of the night, there was something dirty in the house, which came towards Xiaoya, and was driven away by Song Lao. How can a 10-year-old child get into trouble? What's going on these days? What the hell dares to bully Grandma? Wait, I'll dig the third foot and find it out. Old lady, you prepare. Tomorrow my eldest is coming. 8th master, do you know what uncle is doing? The old woman has to prepare in advance. You damn old woman deliberately embarrassed me, didn't you? What is my eldest doing? I didn't dare ask. In all the horse fairies, the chief of the family killed 8 brothers of their lineage, except for the eldest 8th master. But it's all very powerful. Granny Long didn't dare to slack off. Set up the green silk tea set and wait. Eldest brother, you're coming. Dragonskin. The ointment of this man is that his face is pale. I also coughed repeatedly. This is a very serious internal injury. If not treated promptly, the consequences are unimaginable. Old age. What's going on with the dragon skin on this little brother's body? Dragon skin. One of the retreats I took back then was dragon skin. Play with calves. This is a big problem. Eldest brother, you listen to me. The green light in Shang Huayuan's eyes flashed, just about to be revealed. Suddenly noticed Hua Jinan's earrings. Little brother. Ew, don't wait to finish. Chang Huayuan saw the old pine at the door again. Old aide. You've done a very good job. Chang Huayuan didn't know that Song Lao was here. I hope you will forgive me for taking the liberty of coming to the door. Little 9, go get a stool and make it for the elder immortal. Little brother is polite. Song Lao is here. I don't dare to do it. I saw it for myself. The royal child was indeed killed by ghosts. And the ghosts and immortals who have this ability nearby. Only Grandma Ant, the head of the Long family. I understand the temper of the old sister of the ant. Although a little grumpy, but dare to do it. If only she had done it. I won't go to the mountains to trouble Huang Xian's family again that day. Where the eldest sister understands me. The eldest of the elder family. Grandma, I'll say it again. We didn't hurt the little yellow skin. But her family wants to fight. Grandma will accompany you to the end. In fact, the original purpose of Changhua Yuan's visit this time. I want to take away the eldest 8th master, evacuated to the entrance to the hall of Granny Long's house. Because several great moral families have already identified. Grandma Ant is the murderer. In 3 days, he will come here to arrest her and pay for her life. But when he saw the earrings on Huajia's ears, and the total brain of the moon changed its mind again, Grandma doesn't have to worry. I'm just going to see my brother who can't make a climate. By the way, mention the matter. But the real murderer can't be caught for a day. Grandma can't get out of it for a day. Why don't you follow me into the mountains to find other masters? Make it clear to your face. Grandma, rest assured. Regardless of the outcome, I'll send you back here safely. Haha, just go. Others are afraid of you. I'm not afraid, Grandma. It's a big deal. Case. Then we'll go now. Matsulao, the juniors will take their leave. Come back later when you have time. Old 8. Since you have entered the world, you have come out of a horse. Accumulate virtue and do good. Strive for the fulfillment of merit as soon as possible. Don't worry, boss. This eldest brother. You've been badly injured. Hurt my heart and lungs. This little brother knows medical skills. Top dog. Xiaojio. He's amazing. He was cured of the plague at the age of 5. My father's life was sick. They all came to him to get medicine. I was sick 100 years ago. Oiled gelatinized balls that fall after failure. Visited many healers. But none of them were cured. Long big brother. I'll take your pulse. Temperament and blood stasis. Blood stasis blockage. Plus the weather is very cold. Causes wind chill and loss of stasis. In addition, the pulse of the eldest brother is like a bone face. Surging and immortal. There seems to be a thunder and fire aura in his body. Do you often have chest pain like a fire mouth? This is especially noticeable when the weather changes suddenly. Mr. Xiao is right. I don't know if there is a cure. Flower. Blue to take the gold needle. Quickly stab into the Changhua Yuanyu flying fish. Mid-abdomen. Wind dragon. Earthfish. The 5 points of Ji Yang. Mr. Little is a miracle. Far away from those who have no name. The eldest brother though expelled the bruises. But I still need to recuperate. I'll give you a recipe. Little mister. The rest is okay. But the wine needs to be old. If there is no chance for such spiritual things as human faces and guarding houses, rare in 1,000 years, even if it happens by chance, in my current state, it's also extremely hard to compete for. Big brother, don't worry. Xiaojia has it in his hand. It was all left to him by the brave general. The eldest brother burned it. It was my negligence. Great grace is not grateful. If the little gentleman is sent in the future, Longfar, never hesitate. I also asked Longpur to set up a hall for me. It is convenient for you and me to come and go in the future. This is please. The great immortals who can't even be invited. If it's another disciple, I know that I have a long family sitting hall. I'm afraid I'll come and see you immediately. Grandmother. Grandma won't be in danger. No, it won't. For your sake. The elder family will be able to keep the aunt sister safe. The matter of Huang Xian. I was finally able to suppress it. Things are exactly what Granny Long said. Less than half a day's work. Grandma Aunt came back. Old sister. What the thing said. The eldest of the elder family actually invited out Mrs. Hu. He said it to the old man. The guy who harmed the royal cubs. Why did our family harm Xiaoya's beasts are the same? Start from tomorrow. We'll find him out together. The next step is the court. The people of Jioshan High Village found out. Foxes around the village. Weasel, snake, mouse. Hedgehogs are particularly active. It's like looking for something. Fortunately, Granny Long came forward to comfort her. Tell everybody. As long as you don't leave the village, you'll be safe. It's a pity. Chongma's new home joins hands with Grandma Ant. A search for more than half a month. No clues were found. Everyone turned their attention to the wilderness outside the village. The dry well buried in front of Tian Laoxi's house. The black water began to stick out again. Time remains. Half a month from now will be the day of school. That's at this time. Uncle Lee suddenly fell ill. Sick as a dog. It is difficult to exhaust all kinds of methods for making alcohol. It didn't make the old man's condition better. Uncle Lee is now an 88-year-old man. When I was young and fighting, he was also left with an injury. Xiaojio, don't cry. The old man can live so long. I am satisfied. It's time. Sue was reunited with his old comrades in arms who had died. I'm sorry. I didn't get to see you go to college. I haven't saved anything good in my life. These medals will leave you with a memory. But I have to take the knife with me. How is the guillotine gold day by day? Starting a business is difficult and there are many battles. Resigned from the Taiwan Rescue Department. Shocked by 100,000 battle eyes. Grandpa is old. Brother, whatever you say, just go. Good people don't pay for their lives. I can't save you as a person of great merit. The old general went all the way. Grandma, come with me. Fancia, the two adults are here. The two of us need to stay away. The painting 9 men raised their heads. I saw 2 blurred figures, one black and one white. I don't know when I stood in front of the coffin. The hour has come. Huangquan Road Longhouse Inn. Watch your feet. Please, please, please. Uncle Lee walked out of the coffin. You love to look back at the painting 9 men. A few more steps into the house. 2 figures, one black and one white, glanced at each other. Don't say anything about the scenario to keep up. Uncle Lee looked at Granny Long, who was sad and overly asleep. Girl. Grandpa is gone. You've got to be good. Same as your brother. Study hard. I will be admitted to university in the future. Delayed by 2 people. Let's hit the road. Say, they passed by the side of the painting Junon. The white figure spoke suddenly. Little mister, I know you can see us. Remembering the deeds of your ancestors. Let me remind you, the girl over there, Zai was practiced by a lonely ghost and a wild ghost. You've got to figure it out. Find that guy. Otherwise, it's hard for a little girl to live past the age of 18. Hua Junan didn't speak after listening. He will bow down to the white figure. Don't worship. If one day, you can solve the mystery of the womb, remember to be diligent today. A certain Siebayan. There is no education in a certain family. A cloudy wind blew. The 2 figures disappeared together with Uncle Lee. Little mister, what did those 2 tell you just now? It's hard to talk about what just happened. Paraphrase word for word. Please also grandma. Big brother helps. Safe sister Asatsuki. This is bullying grandma to cultivate the right path. Won't you kill? Good grandson, don't worry. Xiaoya's girl grandma likes it tight. Definitely won't let him be a short-lived ghost. Mr. Xiao, rest assured. That's what you're asking. Changhua Yuan must do it. Those 2 are both called Mr. Hua Junan Xiao. What is the origin of this young man in front of him? Leader until dawn. Hua Zhou got up to visit Granny Long. He was really worried about the man's body. Hence the words spoken by the white figure. I didn't dare to tell him about the old man. Granny Long is in poor spirits. Stillness came to the courtyard. Looking at Uncle Lee's sightseeing. Did you come to see me last night? Why don't you wake me up? Dead old man. Old song. The old man is gone. I'm not at ease about burying him elsewhere. Can it be buried at your feet? If you are lonely, there is also someone to talk to you. After a few years, my young show is near. And bury it at your feet. 3 days later, the day of the funeral came. All the villagers put down their family affairs to see off Uncle Lee for the last time. Everyone was immersed in the sorrow. No one paid attention to Tian Laosi in the crowd. His forehead was black and his cheeks were blue. It looks weird and scary. Start with the village. Along the way, you can always see various animals waiting on both sides of the road. They learn to be human. First pass the kowtow luggage. The day of school is coming. Since Uncle Lee died, Granny Long's spirit is getting worse and worse. But at this time, Hua Jingnan is in the mood to go to school. First, I was worried about Granny Long's body. Came to worry about his sister Wang Qianyue. Xiaojiu, school starts tomorrow. Why don't you go and pack your things? Grandmother. I'm a little uncomfortable. I want to go back to school in a few days. Lying is not a good boy. I know you're worried about your grandma's body. Rest assured, I'm going to see you get into college with my own eyes. Under the persuasion of grandma, the next day, I came to the school with the tiger baby in the village to report Hua Junan's high school entrance examination results. It's not just the first of you. In the future, everyone should follow his example. Study hard. Strive to get into a good university. High school in the 90s. The first lesson at the beginning of school is not military training. It's labor. In the process, Hua Jinan met the four major ones of his life. His family belongs to the group of people who got rich first. It is said that Chenda is in high school. It was all thanks to his father who donated 50,000 yuan to the school. It's a pity that the first day of school, he got into trouble with the drunken man, the so-called raw stone of the slippery man. From now on, Chandaji admired the slippery man and threw himself to the ground. Follow him like a little sidekick. My man, you see, lots of beauties. I'll tell you, to buy a cow, you have to buy a tiger. To marry a wife, you have to marry a big ass. Li Yun in our class is the most suitable to be a wife. If you marry home, he will be able to give birth to a son. There's a ghost. What the hell is so fierce? In broad daylight, they will be displayed. There's something scary about this thing. Walk you. The end of the day's labor class. The students wash their hands and went to sleep. Xiao Man. The thing you kicked during the day. Will there be revenge at night? In case he comes to me, I'm losing a little more money. Can this thing pass? So, I don't know if the loan money is enough to pay off. Such a small guts. Why do you have to be a hero? Again. Dirty things are deadly, not money. Draw Junan when his ears rub against the pillow. The earrings were found missing. Granny Long talked to him. Earrings are a big thing. Can't lose it anyway. Fortunately, I didn't lose it. After painting, Junan left the originally silent back playground. Suddenly there was a lot of activity. What kind of intermediary was that? It's so hard for us. Thankfully, someone picked it up. Otherwise, we will be miserable. Dead for decades. The underworld still doesn't accept it. When is this day? It's the head. Today my head. Kicked away by a kid. I must go for a while. Scare him. Forget it. We can't take it. Yang energy collides. It's going to be ghostly. Don't make any noise. Dao Yi is here. Under the moonlight, a ghost dressed as a thief, rising from the ground, after a long time, began chanting to get home. He used the old suffering to make it difficult for Tianzuan to transcend the scriptures, until the dawn of first aid. Just stop. The next day during labor. Sure enough, more dead people's clothes were dug up. The teacher gathers them together. A fire burned. Shindaji was afraid of being kicked by his own skull. Come to him at night to settle accounts. So he jumped out of the wall, hidden him in his arms, and brought him back. Hold on. Even if you lose money, the broken master won't forgive me. I really don't know. Or, why don't I ask him for you tonight? Lao Chiu, you kid scares people. I don't believe you'll enjoy it. You don't know Brother Taboo. Brother Jia's grandmother is a disciple of the horse. It's amazing. Emin village has made dirty things several times. It's all cleaned up by his old man. In the evening, 6 people in the dormitory secretly bought wine to drink in the dormitory. After a few pots of wine, it was proposed. Simply a dormitory worship. The 6 of them were already drunk. Wenyan agreed. It's hard to make alcohol because it's best to learn. Elected as the boss. Chandaji is the richest. Became the second child. The other 4 are unknown. I want to be the third. Even seeing the dispute. Tiger Baby proposes that everyone compare guts. Let's go to the back playground and dig up dead people's bones. Who digs the most? Who is the third? Just go. Who is afraid of whom? It's all young people. Plus, they're all drunk. So the 4 of them hooked their shoulders and backs. Walked towards the back playground. Hua Jinan still retains a trace of sobriety. I vaguely felt that I would get into trouble by doing so. Want to block. But he was stopped by Chindaji. Boss. Leave them alone. I kicked the skull as a ball the other day. Isn't it okay? Say it again. Even if something happens, it's a big deal to lose seniors. My dad said so. As long as I don't be a principal, you could do anything for me. Shandaji muttered to himself for a while. Seeing that Hua Jinan ignored him, I also fell asleep quickly. I don't know how long I slept. Hua Ji woke up and took a look. All 4 beds were empty. Big taboo. Don't wake up. It's 3 o'clock. I'm 8.